gotta say. She can't choke, she don't know what to do.
She's gotta go. Bye. I know that you love this flow. We just chillin', we just villains. We just chillin', we some villains.
I love it up, get the ammo and I stick it up. I grab a shot on the top of shots. I bust the clip and I let it dip. I make it poop, make it explode. Touch your toes, hit your nose. Can you touch your toes? Simon telling you what to do. Follow my commando, hit in a bando, trap in a bando, not like a Rambo. Rocky, Sylvester, Solo. I'm telling you, I get this money.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port. I am your host, Brian Barnaby, and I am joined by Grasso. What's going on, bro?
What's up, Barnes?
And, of course, our super producer, Mike. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, boys?
And also via FaceTime, we have Gino. What's going on, Gino?
Not much. Mike's glasses look like crap, though. Terrible glasses. We've got to get different ones, man. What is that?
What?
Take right
You're
on.
hating my glasses?
No, I actually do like them. I think they're kind of fly.
You think they're kind of fly?
You know what's kind of fly? This new
really
spot
fly.
you got going on here, Gino.
Yeah, Gino, where
Where are you?
I'm currently in my fiance's parents' house right now. I'm on Long Island, outside of what we've so affectionately called my dungeon. I have light, which is beautiful. You can see my face, which is nice. And I'm ready to talk sports because I haven't been on with you guys in like a week. It feels like. I think it's a week. So I'm ready to really get into it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
totally, dude.
Good to have you back.
And,
Yeah.
most of the show, we're going to go over this yesterday's, All-Star night. And then,
So it's going to be,
things.
so exciting.
Our-
Yeah.
This is going to be more exciting than the actual game.
I would agree with that. And before we get into specifics, with the skills competitions in the game, just overall, I'll start with you, Grasso. Overall impression of last night,
Of the entire night,
of the entire night.
I stared at my phone more than I did the TV screen. It's the All-Star game. It was brutal. It was pretty bad.
What did you think, Gino?
So let's start here. I placed a bet on the over with a couple other people, and the 3-pointer that Damian Lillard had at the end of the game, that hit the over. So for me, it was an extremely exciting game that made me some money. So, I don't know what everybody's complaining about. I thought it was awesome.
So I guess the moral of the story is we should all be gambling.
Yes, exactly. Everybody should gamble. You make money. It's obvious. I just printed money yesterday. It's great.
Beautiful.
What were your thoughts, Mike?
What were my thoughts? We'll get into it towards the actual game coverage. I'd rather just
Okay.
get into the skills challenge first. But you're gonna hear my take later.
Yeah, I know, and I'll kind of expand too. And even just starting with some of the competitions, I just feel like in general, I would have liked them, not made all these changes to all these competitions and kind of stick with the traditional route. And one thing that they got rid of a few years ago that I really liked was the I think it was Shooting Stars competition where they would have like the legend, the current player. That was a good time. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that was one of the more exciting competitions. Seeing them try to make that half court shot, at the end, like racing for it. I think one of the teams won 3 championships in a row. Stuff like that.
Probably like Steph and Del Curry and no, that was that was one of the more exciting events that and the skills contest, which they the skills contest is pretty trash now too. You do one pass, then you kind of just like dribble through some cones, make a layup, and make a 3. It's just
It seems
it doesn't take much skill.
It seems like the guys are kind of just like going through the motions, not hustling. It used to be a timed event, and I think about 5 years ago they switched it to this head-to-head format. And last night too, you look at it, I think there were only 2 guards, Luka and Chris Paul, and they lost to the big men, which has been a trend. I think the last 6 years, 5 of the winners have been forwards, which is just kind of weird how that works out. And in the end, Sabonis ends up winning the title. And just on this competition specifically, I mean, were you surprised to see him, end up winning the whole thing, or?
I mean, I figured it was going to be him or Vucevic because the big guy always wins.
Right.
I mean, this is a bad competition.
Yeah.
It was so boring. I mean,
Gino, did you think it was lacking a little juice, the skills competition?
Well, I mean, I think it's just at this point, it's like if you don't hit that chest pass, then you're going to lose. Like, I feel like like in the Luka one and in other of the competitions yesterday, people who didn't hit the chest pass first lost. It's because it's pretty easy. I feel like, everybody who competes in this is a pretty good 3-point shooter. I mean, they make layups. So that's not that hard. So it's basically, it comes down to just hitting the pass, which, I mean, if you don't hit the pass first, you're not going to win. So, I mean, Sabonis is a great basketball player. So I guess, I guess I'm a little surprised that he won, but still not surprised that a big man won, I guess, just because they win every year, like you said.
Yeah. But I just still was surprised, Luka and Chris Paul, they're some of the better guards in the league. I mean, just to lose in their first matchup right away. I mean, that just really threw me off.
I mean, think about too, Luka and Chris Paul are typically not making just chest passes where they're just squaring up and passing it directly to a hoop. Like most of the time, those guys, because of their ability and their skill, they're making behind the back passes and cross court passes where they're finding guys like, you can make the case that that chest pass is probably one that they use the least.
Yeah, and look, there is no way I think Domantas Sabonis has more skill than Chris Paul.
Yeah. It might be time to change the name or something.
Yeah, there's not much skill goes into this contest besides that one little pass, and third graders get taught that pass. So on to another one of the competitions.
Wait, what about me? What about my thoughts?
Oh, I thought you were saving it for the end.
Well, no, I'm saving my thoughts on the NBA All-Star
All right, let's hear it. Skills contest. Thoughts, Julius Randle. Was he robbed?
Listen to me. All these guys don't give a shit. They don't give a goddamn shit about anything. They don't care about this whole event. You know what? We need to spice it up. We need to make it really interesting. Almost as interesting as this shot you're seeing. This is more entertaining than the All-Star Skills Challenge. This is skill. Having multiple camera shots right now. Here we go. Look at that. But anyway, no. Randall did get gypped. He didn't care, though. He was trying to be too cool. I think the moment was a little bit too big for him. And Sabonis actually really gave a shit. He was out there pregame, 40 minutes before practicing. Look at that camera work. Look how good that looks. You don't get that in Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah, no. Sabonis was the only one warming up. So I guess, the hard work, paid off. And then, one of the other contests, and I thought the most exciting part of the whole night, All-Star game included the 3-point shootout. That was pretty exciting.
Did I not call it?
And that's always been my favorite competition.
Wait, Mike claims he picked Curry.
Steph Curry.
He picked Levine.
No, I didn't.
We'll have to roll back the tape.
We're gonna have to roll it back.
Roll it back.
Because I'm why the hell are you picking this dunk contest guy?
I did not pick him. You were listening to Kenny Smith.
No, that was you.
Zach
Levine.
No, I thought Curry really put on a show. 28 in the final round, 31 in the first round, and just really seemed like he was just toying with everybody. I mean, he can just make a shot whenever he needs to. And then honestly, props to Mike Conley losing by 1 in the finals. He was a late addition with the Devin Booker scratch. So I thought that was pretty impressive seeing him make it, to the
I was happy he was
rounds.
an all-star as well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Shout out to Mike Conley for finally being appreciated just a little bit.
I know. He missed 15 and 16 and 14, I'd say.
There was a few that he was probably averaging 20 with 9 assists on a top 4 team in the West. And they were like, nah. Sorry, Mike Conley. But so nice seeing him in there and do good. But yeah, the 3-point contest is the one event in All-Star weekend that is still awesome.
Yeah.
I love the 3-point
You had all the big names in it.
Stars participate.
Yeah. Yeah. Gino, did you think the 3-point had a little more buzz, than the other events?
Yeah, I mean, I think it always does, just because I think it's so impressive what they can do. Like, yes, I mean, obviously the dunks are impressive too, but to hit those shots is crazy. Just to hit them in such, in such great volume, I guess you could say. But I mean, at this point, I think it was more impressive what Steph and Dame were doing in the actual All-Star game. Why even? Let's just put Steph and Dame at the half-court line and see who misses first at this point. Like, I feel like that would be even more interesting than the 3-point contest. But
that'll be the new skills contest.
I was surprised Connolly got to 27. I honestly don't. Yeah, exactly. That'll be the new skills contest. But yeah, I was surprised Connolly got to 27 in the second round because, I mean, listen, he's a great basketball player, but I didn't expect him to keep it that close with Steph because Steph is just so renowned from 3-point line. But I mean, it was fun. I thought it was exciting. But you knew, like, Steph got down to that last rack. He started making shots, and then that last one, like, he just knew it was in. He knew it was in, and you knew he was going to make it. So, I mean, hey, if you're going to be able to get Steph Curry shooting in the 3-point contest, that makes it 10 times more fun as it is.
It was eerily similar of Bird when he won and walked off with the finger.
I mean, they were talking about that.
Who's coming in second?
He was coming in second night, and he walked off.
Yeah,
he hit the late stretch. He made the last every bucket to win it. He had to make every single one. You guys are too young for that.
and one thing I noticed, I guess they just started this last year with those Mountain Dew green balls that are farther behind the line. I mean, the way things are going, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually all the shots are from that far out. I mean,
just the racks are out there, yeah.
With these deep shots.
I mean, it's become a real part of the game for a few guys, Steph, Dame. But I don't think they need to keep it, still close to the 3-point line. Not everyone can shoot those.
Yeah, no, exactly. And then,
but, I like a little addition to it. It's a little.
No, it's cool.
Yeah, and it's part of the game. Should be part of the 3-point contest.
Yes.
And Reggie Miller, who forever, had the 3-point.
Who's that?
Who had the 3-point record. He was kind of acknowledging, that Steph was the best shooter of all time. Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like not even a question at this point anymore. Steph's done everything you could ever think of shooting the ball. Like, no one's ever come close to that. If anyone's even come somewhat close, it's Clay.
Ray Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Allen hit a bunch of shots too. But
Ray Allen was clutch. Don't sleep on him. But yeah, he's the greatest shooter ever.
You think it's a closed case argument, Gino?
No one cares what he thinks.
Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. No, but I think it's Steph all the way, just because he does all of this with such ease. It's like no matter where he is in the court, he just pulls up and he's like, okay, it's in. Like, it's in as soon as it leaves his hand. It's he's just he had 31 in the first round. He could probably easily have 33 or 34. Like, a couple of them rimmed out, like we're in half.
Yeah, they had that backspin.
Yeah, so it's hard to say that anybody would be better than him, but at the same time, when Clay's hot, Clay is just as good as him. I just don't know if Clay is as consistent or does it with such ease. But I think Clay is probably the second best shooter of all time, maybe not of all time, but up there in like top shooters of all time, because when he's on, I mean, he just does not miss.
Yeah. I have a hot take.
Let's hear it.
Barnes can outshoot any of them when he's going.
Oh.
You seen this guy's jumper?
When Barnes is hot, I'm telling you right now, the kid is a freaking reincarnation of Steph, Clay, and Ray Allen.
Oh, man. Definitely miss playing basketball every day. And shout out to LA Fitness. I mean, they're easing back the restrictions in Connecticut. Time to open the basketball court. Let's see it happen.
Yeah, you heard it here first.
And then on to the last skills competition of the night. We had the dunk contest, which actually was at halftime, which I know they wanted to squeeze everything in. I mean, I didn't like that. I still think you could have had it before. And in the end, Simons, defeats Obi. And then the way they did it in the last round, too, there wasn't even a score. They just picked a winner based off one dunk. I mean, I think they really botched the format of this, despite
Jesus Christ,
Well, I mean, what do you think about that?
the best dunk in the dunk contest was the first dunk, and it was scored like a 44 or something like that. And yeah, the second round was I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah,
I know they were trying to speed it up, but they were trying to do everything, fit it all in.
But I mean, just start all those challenges just a little earlier. Why do you need halftime? It just
the day before.
Yeah, I mean, they easily could have done that.
Yeah, it's like
I mean, I'll just say this right now, as you can see, you know what I feel. Obi got robbed. The dude went Simon's, Anthony. Bernie. He went to kiss the rim, doesn't even kiss the rim. At least Obi completes his one-hand windmill over two people and actually dunks it in, unlike past dunks where dudes just throw that kind of a dunk in. Dwight. And I just think he got robbed there. What do you think, Gino?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really watch or wasn't paying attention, I guess, too close to the dunk contest. But I was in a bar playing trivia, so that was part of the issue. But at the same time, from what I did see, it did feel like some of these dunks were not as creative as dunks we've seen before, or most of them. I don't know. I felt like obviously the Obi dunk where he jumps over two people and windmills, that's great. But I feel like creativity is kind of gone. Like, I mean, listen, it's hard to compare any dunk contest to the dunk contests of Zach LaVine and Aaron Gordon and, those types of contests where they were just like absolute, like amazing contests. But, it did feel a little rushed. It felt like just, I was 1 second I was watching a dunk, and then the next second Simons was holding up the trophy. And I'm like, wait, how did that happen? Why did that happen so quickly? So I think that, I don't know. It felt a little more boring than other dunk contests have felt in recent memory. And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of Obi. I feel like he wasn't as creative as I was expecting him to be.
Shots fired, Mike, huh?
Did you see his first dunk? You freaking
I saw his first dunk, but I mean, has that been attempted?
Listen, I just want the one where he bounced it, caught it with one hand, and windmilled.
No, he put it between his legs, right?
He bounced it off the ground first with one hand.
Through his legs.
Bounced it through his legs in the air, caught it with one hand, and windmilled it in with one hand.
Oh, with one hand. I must have missed that one, Mike.
No, that was his first dunk. That was his first dunk. It was also his best dunk.
Yeah, and then also, on top of that, I want to do this because, Tony also thinks he's Mr. High Flyer and everything's so easy. When it gets warmer, we're gonna get a hoop. We're gonna lower it. And I want to see if you guys could even try to do these dunks. I'm
not saying that I could do these dunks. I'm just saying that I think that there's been more creative dunks as a whole than we saw in this contest.
Yeah, duh. But for this contest, Obi, I would say that his dunk was better than Simon's non-kiss rim dunk.
I don't think Simon's had any good dunks, but
perfect. All right, well, that's
what I'm not in disagreement with that.
We're just speaking a different language.
Yeah, we're saying the same thing, just a different way.
Yes. And before we move on here, do you think just in general, besides the format and the stuff that the guys decided to do, do you think the biggest problem is it just at this point we've seen almost every type of dunk you can have, and it's just nothing's really going to put us in awe?
That's not true. Have you ever seen these YouTube dunkers or these these actual professional dunkers in these they do some crazy things. Let's see these NBA players do these things.
I guess then that would be the problem. The NBA players don't do those.
You know what they should do? You know what they should do? They should do next year if they want now when it's all like normal.
Yep.
Get these professional dunkers and have them go one-on-one against these NBA top dunkers, and that would be exciting.
And maybe if they put like a big purse on it, you could get maybe some big names, or you think that still won't?
What do you mean, money?
Like $5 million to the winner or something crazy.
Well, it'd have to be, if that sounds a lot, but I would say like a mil. Like that's these dudes are getting set for life, dude. He's like, yeah, like $5 million. I could go do it. It would have to be like 500,000, 300,000. Around, that's a lot of money, and it would be dope. And if the NBA players win it, charity. If the real guys get it, they keep it.
Yeah. And I hope the NBA is listening, because I think that's a great idea. Honestly.
Thank you.
Maybe they'll come out the first year against all the scrub dunkers, and then the professional dunkers will scrape them.
Yeah,
So then the next year, like the real NBA players will come out.
Yes, like the Zions of the world.
And Zach LaVine will make his return.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see what happens there. And then, onto the game, as Gino said, he's talking about having the over, another high scoring affair. In the end, Team LeBron 170 over Team Durant 150. And Giannis ends up with the MVP on 16 of 16 shooting with 35 points and 7 rebounds. And apparently there was a little controversy on the 16 for 16. We saw a couple missed shots possibly, Grasso.
He got blocked twice, right? And they just didn't.
Listen, he got blocked twice.
Register.
The man got blocked twice, and they're like, Ernie or whoever, was it Marv Albert?
Marv Albert.
Marv was like, I think that's his first miss now, even though it was his second Marv, but they didn't even count that one. So
they just called them like loose balls.
They wanted Giannis to get the perfect game. And then of course those bank threes, come on. You saw his look on his face.
He wasn't expecting.
Everybody else, you know what I was thinking? If I was an all-star with him right there, everybody was all laughing and stuff. You know, like these Eastern Conference guys are probably like,
yeah.
He's not taking any jumpers in the playoffs. He's laughing at his own self making threes out here. We're pulling from half court with confidence.
But and then besides that, I mean, what do you guys think about? I just personally hate how they've changed. The end of the game with the Elam ending. Getting to a certain point total, and then after the first quarter, they're just showing the quarter score in the main scoreboard box. Like, if you want to do that, you could keep track of it. Obviously, you don't need to keep showing us. I understand it's for charity, but it's too different than the way the game should be. I just don't like it.
I just don't understand it because, like, I take
honestly,
I take I stopped looking at the game for like a minute, and then like I don't know what's going on. They just switch everything up. I look at the scoreboard; it was like 12-7. I'm like, wait, I've been watching this game for over an hour. What's going on?
Yeah. No, like, I thought that was crazy. What did you think, Gino, about that?
I mean, I like the Elam ending. At least it gives some excitement to the end of the game. What are you going to watch? You're going to watch guys score 180 points and win by 50? Like, who cares?
Dude, 03, the best ever All-Star game, Gino.
They used to go.
But they don't play defense anymore, so it doesn't matter.
It wasn't that long
ago. All-Star game anymore.
And I remember specifically, and I think actually the LeBron team ended up losing, but him and Kobe going one-on-one at the end.
G-E-N-O there, Tommy's sixth string.
And like he turned the ball over. Like there's been some close games in the past 10 years. They don't need to do that type of ending.
Listen, I'll tell you this right
now. I think it adds a little bit more excitement because like honestly, in my personal opinion, I'm not watching the fourth quarter of the All-Star game at that point because it's the same thing as the first three.
No, it's not. That Grasso, can you explain to this man what happens in the old school East versus West?
Old school, but we're not in the old school anymore. We're in the new school. This is 2020. We're not 1990.
Do it though. If the game's close, these guys will go hard.
But it's boring. I want to know the full. You know what they should do? They should, if the NBA wants to get fucking saucy, they want to get saucy with it. This is what they do. Hold on. Jesus. Horrible guys back here behind the scenes, guys.
Fucking Tony.
So if they want to do it right, what they should do is take a page from the MLB's playbook. You like that? MLB's playbook. And whoever wins it gets home court advantage in the finals.
I mean, that would make it more exciting for sure. That make people actually like want to participate and like not just give up on defense.
That's what I'm saying. That I think the MLB is trash. I think it's so boring and slow. But that has always been something to me that's like awesome.
Yeah,
they're always actually high though because there's like no contact and anything like that in baseball.
Ooh, hold on. This just in. Tommy's sixth string. Tony sucks! Exclamation point. I don't know.
I think I like this guy though.
Yeah, wow. I don't know who he is. I think Gino might know.
To see him on screen this week, right? That's great.
Gino, he did say that Gino looks great.
Agreed.
That makes Barnes uncomfortable, but we like that. I like that. Gino does. Barnes got really uncomfortable.
Come on.
All right. Continuing though. So yeah, I personally don't.
Just scrap the whole game.
No, do that.
No, but I think just honestly, enough with the fantasy draft too. Just go back to the old format. No
Yes.
Elon
Yeah, East
ending,
versus
no
West.
quarter score box, and bring back the shooting stars.
This shit is
and
trash.
let's not have the dunk contest at halftime, and let's just bring back the regular All-Star weekend that we all like.
Yeah.
And because I always thought, and of course it's just challenging because in all sports it's an exhibition, but I always thought for a very long time NBA clearly had the best All-Star event. And now it's just kind of you think they're all bad. That's it. That's just honestly what it feels like.
Well, I mean, I think it's also. I mean, I wouldn't judge this year's All-Star events based on how the NBA is doing in general. I think the past 2 years, or at least this year, is obviously an outlier due to the fact.
Correct. Yeah.
The what's going on. I think I don't know. I still think that next year the NBA is gonna come back. They still have the best All-Star week. Like, I don't think MLB might be second, but other than that, I mean, the NHL has done a cool thing with the 3v3, like with the different divisions. But I don't know. I still think the NBA has a cool feature to it. I agree that they should go back to the East versus West. I don't really find any other than getting players to be on the same team like Giannis and LeBron, just for the marketability of that. Like, I think East versus West is better, but I still think that they have the best All-Star weekend, but it's also due to the fact that more than any other sport, I think that you can showcase your All-Stars better in this than you can in, say, the Pro Bowl or the MLB All-Star game, because it's much more of an individualized sport rather than a team sport.
Right. So,
I'll tell you my highlight though of the All-Star game. Actually, do you guys want to know?
Yeah.
Sure.
Chris Paul catching a mean alley-oop.
Yeah.
He had to bounce on that, dude. I did
the
not,
highest he's jumped his whole life.
dude. I did not think he was going to catch that.
Point
I mean,
guard,
honestly,
Chris
that
Paul's
was
got-
amazing.
He's got some bunnies in him.
He's got the little bunny that could. He's like the little engine that could.
Little Energizer bunny.
The little Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
There you go. He should be one of the Looney Tunes characters for Space Jam.
You think he will be?
No. They're their own characters, but that would be funny. He could play one of them.
You think he's in the movie? Is he in the
No.
movie? Like, have they announced who's in it? Other
I
than
know Anthony Davis, Blake Griffin. I think Damian Lillard. I forgot who else.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
I know.
Surprised
Always-
if LeBron was in it, he just didn't invite like D Wade, Carmelo, Chris
He
Paul.
doesn't. I don't really think he fucks with Melo too much.
Aren't they like the Banana Bros or whatever?
I don't know. I think it's all fucking fake. If he really loved Melo, he would have pulled him out on that LA team instead of Jared Dudley.
Oh man, Jared Dudley's a pretty solid player.
I remember when he was beefing with Philly, and then he was bodying up Ben Simmons, and then he like hits the 3-point attempt at the top of the key and completely airballs it.
Oh my god, that was so embarrassing.
that's funny.
And then
yeah.
Philly just kicked their ass a couple games. And
Yeah,
see you later.
Giannis
But
can't do it.
I'm honestly like, we still got a couple, today and tomorrow, and then we're finally back
Thank
to
God.
our nightly games. I'm ready to go, and we're gonna tomorrow. I'm sure we'll recap or kind of preview, the second half of the season, and I'm really looking forward, to the stretch run.
Me too.
I'm ready.
And in the meantime, we got some more college basketball. This past weekend, we had some more tickets punched. Liberty, Winthrop, Morehead State, and then the return of Sister Jean to March Madness.
No
Loyola
way.
Chicago back in the tournament.
She's still.
And Porter Moses, I think she's 103 years old. Their head coach said she's expected to travel with the team to Indianapolis.
Love it.
What?
Wait, the coach is 103?
No,
the
Sister
fan-
Jean. I think she's the school chaplain or
She's just a goat.
I mean, 103 and still going. I mean, what a story it would be to see them make another run again. I'm really excited, for March Madness for sure. Anything, catch your eye this weekend, Gino, as far as
What
the
caught your
games,
eye there?
over the weekend?
Well, an interesting thing, for the first time ever, Liberty advanced to the final without having to actually play in the final. Like,
Right.
they won the game, but because of, and I forget why, I think because North Alabama is ineligible for the tournament, they didn't have to play the game. They were advanced to the tournament just by being
Talk
in.
about great bye week.
Yeah.
But they go in the game anyway, like to give them some
But
momentum.
they did play the game, and they did win the game anyway, which they were expected to. They were easily the best team in that conference. Loyola Chicago, impressive because they had 2 really tough games against Southern Illinois before the tournament started. Cameron Krutwig, who is their best player, he was on the team back when they were in March Madness a few years back. He had some injury problems, but they came out and they dominated the entire tournament, beat Drake, who they had lost to previously and not too long ago. So they'll be the team to watch out for as a mid-major to make it far, along with some other teams. I think the biggest surprise was the fact that Belmont lost to Morehead State. They had lost to Morehead State just before the season ended, but Belmont was 20-1 or something like that going into the final few games of the season, and they just fell apart in the last few games. So, definitely kind of an issue, I guess, there. Also, Navy, who was the number 1 team in the Patriot League, falls to Loyola in the first round, which is, not great. So, unfortunate for Navy there, but still a lot of fun to be had. There's been my highlight of the week. I think it was the Missouri Valley Conference with Cleveland State, and it had Wright State and a bunch of teams like that. 3 of them went into overtime in the first round, which I thought was really cool. But yeah, it's already been a fun week, and we haven't even gotten to the big guys.
And this wasn't even part of a tournament, but in the Memphis-Houston game, Houston hits that game-winning 3-pointer. I think it was from half court.
Yeah.
That was really crazy. So
you can hear they probably had fans in there in some capacity, but it sounded loud in there, which was so much fun. And just hearing fans and hearing cheering and stuff like that, it was awesome.
Yeah, no, you love to see that. And we're really going to get started. The ACC starts tomorrow, and then the rest of the Power 5 on Wednesday. So, really looking forward to that. And one thing I think is going to be interesting, I think the Big East tournament is wide open. Villanova has been the best team in that conference all year, but they're without their 2 leading scorers. And we actually saw them lose to Providence by 2 points this past weekend. And shout out to actually my sister, Jennifer, a Providence alum. And I used to go to all the Providence games. One thing that stood out in particular way back when, I want to say it was 2009, they upset the Pitt Panthers, DeJuan Blair, who ended up playing on the Spurs. They upset them. They were unranked. And, it's just the Dunkin' Donuts Center there in Providence.
Was it the Dunkin' Donuts Center back then?
Yeah, it was pre-renovation, but great game. And Providence with Coach Ed Cooley, we saw him have success over at Fairfield. He's always had a respectable program since he's went to Providence. You never know, they could win it. And then we saw Matt talk about UConn winning the tournament this year. You never know with UConn. I mean, they always get hot this time of year. So those are 2 sleeper schools that could possibly win the Big East tournament. I think it's wide open, and I really can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, St. John's too has been. Look, there's Tony. I thought I was going to see his face today. I'm kind of happy.
Best college on the East Coast.
St. John?
St. John?
Why isn't Staten Island?
It's a Staten Island campus, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Wait, Wagner isn't the best because Wagner actually is located in Staten Island. Is it not?
Yeah, so is St. John's. It has a Staten Island
You
campus.
don't know, but Wagner's main campus.
Yeah, Wagner's main campus.
The real
is on
deal
Staten
St.
Island,
John's isn't in Staten Island.
No, it's in Brooklyn.
But getting back to it, St. John's, I think it's fun. The one thing about Providence, they were really good defense. So that'll definitely listen. Defense wins championships. We talk about the Big East. It just brings back the memories of the old Big East, though. I miss the old Big East. I miss Pitt and Syracuse and UConn, Georgia battling and out. Those were the fun times.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
6 overtime game. Those were the good old days.
Yeah.
Those are the good old days for sure.
Real quick, Dante Cardone, what's a Staten Island? It's the best place on earth, dude.
Seriously, what is this?
It's the best place on earth. You haven't even been there.
I don't want to be there.
Suck, dude.
Shut up. And then, just some other notes with some news. We had Bryson DeChambeau win the Arnold Palmer Invitational. and it was quite amazing. We saw him drive over a lake, 377 yards, 370 yards, and 360 yards. Really put on a show. So it was nice, to see him win that. And this week we have the Players Championship coming up at TPC Sawgrass. Always look forward to that event, with the Island Green on 17th. So can't wait to watch that. And then also big news that came down yesterday, Blake Griffin signing with the Nets. What do you guys think about that? You think that's a big move for the Nets?
Mm-hmm. You take it, Mike.
I'll tell you this right now. You guys are about to see 2010 Blake.
Will he dunk for the first time since 2019?
Will he dunk? He's going to dunk his first game back, and he's going to dunk on you, Barnes. That's how bad of a dunk it's going to be, that it's going to reciprocate a boom that'll hit you in Stamford. You hear me?
Couch is gonna rattle.
What do you think, Grasso? You think that's going to be a big addition for them?
I think it's a great addition to them. I mean, there's a lot of things that Blake Griffin can still do.
Shoot the three, he could play make, Grasso.
Yeah, he does it all, really. I mean, he doesn't really jump anymore like he used to.
Yeah.
He's not the old Blake Griffin, but he could do a lot. He's a great addition to this team. And more passers when you have shooters like they have on their team.
Yeah.
Can't hurt.
Yeah, and I just think too. I mean, at the very least, even if he's the leader of the second unit, you didn't give up anything to get him. I mean, it kind of makes too much sense.
I don't fully agree with Mike, but I do think Blake's got more in the tank than he's been showing in recent
bootleg
years.
Detroit the past couple years. You know
I
how
think
depressing that is?
Yeah, I don't think he's been trying at all. I mean, he was living the life in LA. He gets blindsided.
Then he goes
on
to
the
8
street.
Mile and is
Detroit.
showing in the
Friggin'
projects.
Detroit.
Gino, what do you think about this addition?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think it's a good addition. I think Blake will add something to that offense. I mean, it's hard to get much better, but Blake, like you guys said, still has something to give there. And I think, I think it'll be fun to watch him in there and fun to watch that team. His passing ability is, something that I think is a little bit underrated that can really help the team out as well. So it'll be really interesting to watch. I'm interested to see how it all works out.
Hold on, this just in. This is hot. This is a hot take.
Fresh off the press.
So, Tony, apparently Blake Griffin is your second cousin?
I see a little resemblance.
Yeah, man, we chill every Easter, bro.
Easter, huh?
Yeah, every Easter.
That's the
Him and I
that's
get
the
together
one.
with the fam, crack
man.
eggs and stuff. Dude, it's a great time.
Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, oh yeah, dude.
Is he good?
At his house, dude. It's
Oh,
tough, bro.
I bet you can hide him anywhere.
Anyway,
How many acres?
like 4.5.
Whoa. 4.5?
4.5 acres. That half acre is really the
It's that
killer.
half.
4 acres I can handle. It's the extra
Yeah.
half I'm fucking lost.
No, I can run 4 and then
Yeah.
done.
That's sad. You got to get that half. You got to get that half.
And also, I think this is going to start a lot of more moves coming with the buyout market. Maybe some
I
trades.
can't wait.
They're talking maybe Oladipo to the Warriors. They're talking maybe Drummond. And they're actually saying Nets as well for Drummond possibly, or the Lakers, which, we've talked about before. So really going to be exciting to see where those guys go. And, I think a lot of teams are going to look a lot differently, after we get past the deadline.
Yeah.
If Drummond goes to the Lakers, that's scary.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
But you know what? I feel like all these teams that get brought up, he'll probably sign somewhere completely else.
Yeah.
He'll probably sign like Boston
Or like
something.
Miami or something crazy. Yeah. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. And then Mike, I think you got something you want to drop on the show here. What do we got?
Yeah, just one sec. Tony's got to get the there's news here that actually-
I think we might want to just
Blake stopped talking to Tony for pooping in one of the Easter eggs in the 2006 Easter egg hunt. Is that true, Tony?
Oh, dude. I was all hopped up on deviled eggs. You guys have ever had deviled eggs before?
I have.
yeah.
Bunch of meats and deviled eggs in the morning. I had to go. What do you want me to do? Right? Call me and talk about it.
God.
All right.
He's still sour about it. I thought you apologized to him.
I did, bro, but he took it to heart, man.
Really hurt him.
I haven't dunked since.
We're gonna do the reveal. All right, so yeah, while Tony adjusts, we're gonna be doing a reveal, Gino.
Oh,
got
are you really? Tell me you got it yesterday. Did you get it yesterday?
No, you know what? Not the NBA Top Shot thing. Sadly, that you know what I didn't have any cards yet, but I will be in the NBA Top Shot market very soon.
I'm already in it. I wish I got yesterday's pack. So annoying.
I was gonna ask you if you got it, but you
No,
did not.
I got the Seeing Stars pack on Friday. I think it was Friday. I got it, but didn't get yesterday's. I got a Devin Booker Seeing Stars though, so that was pretty cool. I got a De'Aaron Fox, and then I got another player who I can't think of right now. But I've got 9 moments, so we're building the empire.
Yes, I'm gonna be joining it too, and I appreciate.
will be as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna you help me, and I will teach Grasso the ways.
Yes.
But this is actually different right now. We are gonna be going Pokemon cards, folks, and so potentially so. Just so you guys know, these are about $6.90, $7. I got them for $5 a pack. My boy, shout out. What was the Fearless cards in? Gosh darn it. It's by Manchester.
Guildford?
No, it's with a G.
Gamby?
Gamby. East Gamby.
No. It's not East.
Granby.
Granby, Connecticut. Fearless cards. Shout out my boy Brandon, the owner, hooked me up for $5 a pack. So apparently there could either be a fat Pikachu or a Charizard, which then could be worth $250 or $400 depending on the card. So you guys do the math. I'm in sports media. That's why I'm not a mathematician, and I'm buying Pokemon cards.
I want Fat Pika.
You want Fat Pika?
I want Fat Pika.
Hoping for Fat Pika.
I'm here, bro. Adjust the camera right now. Tony's back there, guys. Shout out Tony.
I'm feeling maybe first card a Charizard. That's my prediction.
This is a prediction right here. All right,
Squirtle.
So we're getting in. So we
right
were
off the bat.
So what, guys? Fun fact: when you're opening Pokemon cards, notice how this is the front of the pack. You see that, Grasso and Barnes?
Yep.
It's the front of the pack. You want to flip it to the back, right?
All right.
You want to flip it to the back. So I thought I was getting a phone call. You're gonna open it up like this, right? Am I wrong? I'm right, right?
Nice and easy.
Open it up. Yeah.
Don't want any edges.
Don't want anything
torn
getting
or-
freaking messed up here. You know how these Pokemon guys are. Okay.
That's a little sloppy.
Kind of look. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna count, right? Flip them over. Now one. No, it was one.
Count. That one you can toss away.
One. No, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember? I didn't draw the cards.
First QR card.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. First QR card, guys. By the way, this is 2 cents. This is 2 cents. You can sell this for 2 cents.
Ooh.
So you're already making some money here. All right. 2 cents. Bang. All right. You take that. You put it down. Now you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Flip. Right. Put them in the front.
Like that. Now flip it and you go through.
All right. Now we're gonna go through. Then you flip and go through. Okay.
Waiting for the last card to be the big guy.
Okay.
Oh, sheet.
No. I'm not cheating.
He's like, Fat Pika.
I just wanted to see if we were doing it right.
Oh my god.
I'm looking at the comments.
Is that an energy card?
This is an energy card, yes. All right, here we go. So, boom, we got that out of the way. Kabu card worth nothing. I think they're all worth like 2 cents or something. These
What do we
cards
got here?
This is a Gotharita card.
Gotharita.
Get a little tighter. Gotharita. That's nothing though. These are worth nothing yet again, guys. Nothing.
2 cents.
Any holographic cards? in this pack?
They're coming. Oh
All right,
yeah.
We got something.
The last 2. Oh yeah, the last 2.
All right.
This is Fletchender, which actually is kind of like a sentimental name to me because my first dog's name ever was Fetch, and that reminds me of Fletchender.
Fletchender. Interesting.
Guys, classic Jigglypuff. I know you guys all know about that. Yeah. Little Smash Bros action. Rowlet. Okay. We're getting to the end, guys. Cubcho.
Kupcho.
All right.
Kupcho.
Aura.
Kupcho.
Starly. All right, here we go. This is the holographic Carnivine.
Ooh.
Can't even say his name though.
Carnivine. It's Carnivine.
Karn.
And then this is the one, guys. Let's see if we made some money.
Fat Pika. Huh?
Oh.
Corving Knight. These are both pretty fire cards, though. I'll see what these are the ones that we pulled. These are the ones that were potential. We could get something. We did not. I don't know. These could be worth something. We'll find out later. But these aren't the ones I'm looking for. We have 2 packs here left, guys. I'll go a little quicker. I'm just gonna go to the front. Don't worry.
Top Shot's so much quicker. You just click and it reveals. Done.
All right, here we go.
Anything crazy? Give us something crazy.
Fat Pika.
No, we got 2 more holographic cards, but they're not the Pika or the Charizard.
What do we got?
We have Relicanth and Pinkarin. I don't even know how to say this, dude. I couldn't tell you.
These don't sound like Pokemon Red or Blue.
Oh no. These are Pokemon that have been created since your time. All right, guys. This one has Charizard on it.
Pokemon's still like going?
Yes. What? Jesus Christ!
I thought Pokemon.
Why don't you tune into screen time once in a while, huh? All right, guys. Here's another
let's see
reveal.
Pikachu. Come on.
Please,
Give us something.
I think we are. I don't see.
Sounds like we might be going back to East Granby.
Yeah, no. Flygon and Paris holographic.
Man,
We won nothing, but
let's get on the basketball cards.
Was that not a thrill, folks? I mean, talk to me. I'm fucking spitzing.
I'm sweating.
And how often do you see Pokemon on the sports show? I mean, that very rare. Very rare.
We might have just
we made history here.
Theodora loves it. I mean, these are definitely cards that could be worth something. Definitely not the $400 range to $250 range, but they're definitely worth something. And we're going to be doing a drawing maybe every other show, not just Pokemon cards, but like we said, Gino's got some Top Shot. We're going to be doing some basketball cards too, some Prisms. We will be getting.
I'm gonna go get some. I'll go get some. Now that we're doing this, I'll go get some and we'll open them.
Yeah. Let's buy some Prisms and
I'm down.
I might get some baseball cards, maybe. Get a little crazy.
Yeah. So actually, I learned this is the order in what is popular right now. It's basketball, Prism, baseball, and then football.
Where's Pokemon?
Oh, Pokemon's up with basketball.
Pokemon's probably
Pokemon's actually ahead of
the football Prisms too. I mean, if you get a Mahomes or a Joe Burrows or a Justin,
but like
those are good too.
But listen, Gino, I was talking to a professional today. All right, and
wait, I got some breaking news in the sports world, real quick.
What do we got?
Cowboys have reached a long-term deal with QB Dak.
Do we have any of the financial figures?
What'd you say?
Any financial figures?
No, this is just what's popped up on my feed. But I can look through and see if there's any, if you guys want to talk about Pokemon some more.
I think that's it with the Pokemon.
No, that's good with the Pokemon right now.
We'll wait a second. Figures
but we have breaking news. That's breaking news.
Breaking.
What do we got? Like a $400 million contract?
Over how many years?
Ian Rappaport tweeted it out like 57 seconds ago. So
okay. So we might have to go some time. Yeah. But well, interesting to see they finally commit.
The deadline was
the deck. Okay, so just in time, and I think that'll ease the tension, and then obviously put to bed the Russell Wilson rumors that have been going on, and kind of another quarterback domino falls.
Yeah, it's about time. I've denounced my fandom to the Cowboys, but still, Dak, he deserved it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and I think he'll make a full recovery from that gruesome injury. Last
he'll be
year.
fine.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but I think that'll do it for tonight. Had a great show. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.
Peace.
Also, just make sure to always like and sub, guys. We love you, and we will
appreciate the love.
Soon. Yes, we love everybody that tuned in. Thank you so much.